The Florida Department of Transportation would like to welcome you to the public meeting for the SR 82 Safety Improvement Project in Lee County. The following presentation will play on a loop for the duration of this meeting. This public meeting complies with the FDOT Public Engagement Guidance issued April 18, 2022. To provide multiple opportunities for the public to receive information and provide input, this hybrid public meeting uses both a face-to-face and a virtual component. Attendance at the Gateway Trinity Lutheran Church allows for in-person participation. Virtual attendance is available through Microsoft Teams and over the phone. There is no cost to the public to participate in this event. All attendees participating by electronic device or phone will be muted during the presentation. Before we begin the project presentation, we would like to familiarize online attendees with the Microsoft Teams platform. On your computer or device screen, you should see a control panel that looks like this. The default audio setting will play sound from your computer or device speakers. All attendees will be placed in listen-only mode throughout the presentation. To provide a comment or question, select the Q&A tab at the top and type your comment or question into the Q&A pane on the right. You will receive a written response from FDOT after all comments have been received. If you experience technical difficulties with Microsoft Teams or do not intend to provide comment during tonight's public meeting, you may download the presentation slides at www.swflroads.com/SR82 and follow along through your phone audio by dialing 1-319-423-3625 and entering access code 642-18575. Dial-in attendees who are not also logged into the webinar do not have an option to type comments during tonight's event. All materials related to this public meeting are currently accessible on the project webpage for those who were unable to participate in tonight's live event. With us at this meeting, we have Snow Peng, PE, FDOT Project Manager, Walter Brueggemann, PE, FDOT Traffic Services Program Engineer, and several other FDOT staff members and consultant project engineers. Public meetings are a regulated forum for presenting information and obtaining public input. Tonight's public meeting is an opportunity for members of the public to express their opinions and concerns about the safety improvements on SR 82 from Sunshine Boulevard to Columbus Boulevard in Lee County, Florida. Tonight's public meeting is consistent with the federal and state requirements shown on the screen. Public meetings hosted by the Florida Department of Transportation comply with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Public participation is solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Persons wishing to express concerns about Title VI may do so by contacting Florida Department of Transportation District 1 Title VI Coordinator Cynthia Sykes or Title VI Coordinator Stefan Kulikowski at the contact information listed on the screen. This contact information is also included in the public notifications that were published for this project. Notice for this public meeting, including information on how to access the online meeting platform, was provided by mail to property owners and tenants in the project area, posted in the New Press newspaper, in the Florida Administrative Register, on the FDOT Public Notices website, on the FDOT SWFLroads.com website, and on FDOT social media. A media release was also issued. The Florida Department of Transportation encourages community members to participate in this access management project by submitting comments to our project team. All comments received will be included in the public record. In-person attendees who would like to offer a written comment should complete a comment form. This form can be placed in the comment box this evening or emailed or mailed to the FDOT project manager at the addresses provided on the form. Online attendees wishing to provide a written comment into the questions pane of the team's control panel. Project materials and this presentation are available on the SWFLroads.com website. Questions or comments may be submitted to Project Manager Snow Ping via mail, email, the project website, or phone. All comments received or postmarked by April 26, 2024 will become part of the official public record. The addresses and phone number on the slide were provided in public notifications. Good evening. This slide marks the beginning of the project presentation for the SR 82 Safety Improvement Project in Lee County. This project includes median modifications to 7 intersections along SR 82 in Lehigh Acres. From west to east, the intersections include Sunshine Boulevard, Alabama Road, Grant Boulevard, Rue Labeau Circle, Parkdale Boulevard, Bell Boulevard, and Columbus Boulevard. These intersections are primarily surrounded by residential homes with some commercial properties along the corridor. SR 82 is a 4-lane and 6-lane divided roadway with a grassed median. The posted speed limit is 55 miles per hour from Sunshine Boulevard to west of Bell Boulevard and increases to 60 miles per hour from west of Bell Boulevard to Columbus Boulevard. The project is intended to increase safety along SR 82 by managing access at these intersections. To reduce crashes and improve safety, the full median opening at each of these intersections will become a 2-way directional median opening. These interim safety improvements will simplify the decision-making for drivers by reducing the conflicts and crashes within the median openings. Conflict points are areas where vehicle paths legally cross within an intersection. For example, when one vehicle turns left from a side street, it must stage within the median opening and merge into the path of vehicles that were already heading straight on that roadway. This requires vehicles traveling in different directions and at different speeds to share the same space. Crashes are most likely to occur at these conflict points. This graphic illustrates how the number of conflict points changes based upon converting a full median access to a 2-way directional median access. The 2-way directional median access reduces the number of conflict points by restricting the through and left turn movements from the side streets. These side street movements are redirected to turn right onto the main roadway, followed by a U-turn at an adjacent median opening. This is called a restricted crossing U-turn. With a restricted crossing U-turn, drivers stopped at the side street waiting to cross or turn left no longer must navigate a complex intersection with 2 directions of traffic, often traveling at high speeds. The restricted crossing U-turn results in a 54% reduction in injury and fatal crashes. Specific to the intersections on SR 82, The frequency of gaps provided in eastbound and westbound traffic is not sufficient to accommodate the northbound or southbound left-turning volumes without increasing conflicts with eastbound and westbound left-turning vehicles. A full median opening allows left turns for vehicles from each intersection approach along the main roadway and side streets. Turning vehicles would maneuver in a shared space with many conflict points within the median opening. A two-way directional median opening is configured so that only vehicles traveling along the main roadway can access it to make a turn. Left turn and through movements from side streets are removed. On an east-west main roadway, there would be one directional opening for eastbound left and U-turning traffic, and a separate directional opening for westbound left and U-turning traffic. This configuration has fewer conflicts and provides improved visibility by managing the placement of vehicles within the median. We'll now discuss each of the intersections. Each slide will provide the interim improvement concept, the historical crash information, and rerouted turning movements. At each location, northbound and southbound left turning and through movements from the side streets will be rerouted to median openings to the east and west. These details, along with the collision diagrams, are provided on the individual intersection display boards. At Sunshine Boulevard from year 2021 through 2023, there were a total of 94 crashes that resulted in one fatal or incapacitating injury. Based on the historical crashes, eliminating left-turn movements onto SR 82, 40 crashes would be considered correctable at the intersection. The ultimate intersection improvement is being implemented by Lee County as part of the Alico Road Extension Phase 2 project. The intersection will be reconstructed to a partial displaced left-turn configuration. The county plans to hold a public meeting in the summer of this year, with construction currently scheduled to begin in mid-2026. Information on this Lee County project can be found at www.alicoroadextension.com. At Alabama Road from year 2021 through 2023, there were a total of 93 crashes that resulted in 6 fatal or incapacitating injuries. 12 of these crashes would be considered correctable with the interim improvements. At Grant Boulevard, Blackstone Drive from year 2021 through 2023, there were a total of 52 crashes with no fatal or incapacitating injuries. 35 of these crashes would be considered correctable. At Rue Labeau Circle, there were 4 crashes in the 3-year period, with no fatal or incapacitating injuries. All 4 crashes are considered correctable with the interim improvement. At Parkdale Boulevard, Blackstone Drive, there were a total of 21 crashes in the 3-year period, with 1 fatal or incapacitating injury. 5 of these crashes would be considered correctable. At Bell Boulevard, there were a total of 29 crashes occurring in the 3-year period, with 1 fatal or incapacitating injury. 13 of these crashes would be considered correctable. Based on the 3-year collision analysis, 20 crashes occurred at Columbus Boulevard that resulted in 1 fatal or incapacitating injury. 17 of these crashes would be considered correctable with the interim improvements. In order to quickly reduce crashes and improve safety at the 7 intersections, FDOT plans to install the interim median modification in the summer of this year. Lee County will begin construction of the Alico Road extension in mid-2026, which will include the reconstruction of the Sunshine Boulevard intersection. FDOT will continue to evaluate ultimate intersection alternatives to include traffic signals and other intersection configurations that will reduce left-turn conflicts at the remaining 6 intersections. On behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation, thank you for attending this public meeting and providing your input on this project. If you have comments or questions after the meeting, please submit them by April 26, 2024. Contact information, a recording of this public meeting, and other exhibits displayed at the public meeting will be posted on the project website at www.swflroads.com/SR82. Before we conclude tonight's presentation, we would like to share this safety message. The Florida Department of Transportation shares the National Traffic Safety Vision Target Zero Deaths and has a statewide plan focused on eliminating fatalities and reducing serious injuries on all public roads. Florida's Lane Departure and Intersection Coalition, Impaired Driving Coalition, Pedestrian and Bicycle Safety Coalition, Occupant Protection Coalition, Motorcycle Safety Coalition, Safe Mobility for Life Coalition, Teen Safe Driving Coalition, Distracted Driving Coalition, Work Zone Safety Coalition, and Traffic Records Coordination Committee would like to take this opportunity to remind you to please drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Thank you.